The views expressed in this podcast are the personal opinions and stories based on experiences of the presenters and not those of Linden Labs, the owners of Second Life. The language and topics used in this recording may not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Virtual Pixels Podcast. Don't forget to hit our Facebook page and our YouTube channel is where you can catch all this up-to-date stuff that's going on with us. We're going to be chitting and chatting about Second Life and also anything else that comes to mind. So stick around and see what today's topic is with Diveka and Brandy on Virtual Pixel Podcast. Hey everybody, it's Brandy here. This is episode, I believe it's 3, and with me is Diveka.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Pixels Podcast. Almost said something else.
You can't lick our Virtual Pixels Podcast. How's that? and we have a special guest with us today. We have Max.
Yep, I'm here.
He's a man of few words.
Yep.
Man of few words. Anyways, today's episode we're going to be talking about memberships to Second Life, or well, I don't know what else they call it, but memberships.
The accounts.
Accounts. The different type of accounts you have. People use so many different words for this stuff. It's not even funny anymore. And of course, I've got the peanut gallery with me on my side because I'm the lucky one. So I'll start it off. I'm going to describe the basic, the 3 types there is out there, and then I think Di's going to dive into a little more of the history side of it, which is the grandfathered type things, and then we're going to break it down and chit-chat it with Max. And that's basically what it's going to go with today. Right?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, we'll go with it.
Sounds right.
Okay, so first off, there is 3 types of memberships, and for me, I'm going to call them memberships. You've got the basic, which is your free one.
Everybody loves free stuff.
And free. And then you got one called Premium, and then you got one called Premium Plus. Okay, so...
and speaking of which, Premium Plus, they just announced here just recently, too. So.
Well, that's true. Only a couple of weeks ago, hasn't it? Anyway, so with your basic one... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No.
Okay, so the basic one, you get what they deem to be bare minimum what you need to enjoy the game of Second Life. You get what's called a group membership limit, so you can actually join groups, which will be a different topic. You only get to join 42 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's, basically if you only signed up for 42 newsletters, or something like that. For the basic, your capped missed IMs, so IMs is instant messages, is only 25. So once you've logged off and you've reached 25, all the other ones just kind of fall to the wastelands. To do what they call events, that's about 50 lindens an event. They have, again, this is going to be talked in another area, but events is something you could post up on their websites so everybody else can see, hey, we're going to have a party here at this time and this date. It'll cost you 50 lindens to post that. You also can only create a group. So if you want to be popular and create your own group, it's going to cost 100 lindens of the basic account. If you decide to become if you want to upload any pictures or sounds or animations, is what they have here on my list. It's going to be
10 lindens.
10 lindens. And then you only allowed one animish. I can't even say that word. Animish attachment per person. So on you. I don't know. I don't use Animish on my character, so
Well, I do,
I
but that's because I'm a little different than you guys. But um,
And if you'd wanted to do voice morphing,
yeah,
again, I've never
it's
used it.
called voice morphing. It's where if you're talking in game, you can make yourself sound like a robot, or make yourself sound like if you're male, you can sound like a female, or vice versa.
Well, if you only have the basic account, you're right. This one shocked us while we were doing the research. 750 lindens a week.
So,
A week.
yeah, so just to let you guys know, Linden's is the currency used here in SL. It's like 2,000 Lindens is approximately $9 or something like that. It fluctuates because it does have its own market, but that's the currency
Yes.
that we're referring to here.
And I think Max is going to dive a little more deeper into that. And then finally, you only get to see your transaction history for 30 days. Now that's your basic. That's all you get for free.
And the basic account is
under the free account.
Yeah, you're gonna run into almost everybody's gonna have a basic account, or somebody's. I mean, most of the people that you're going to interact with in SL will have a basic account, because again, it's free, and you don't really have to do much to get in here and get started.
Which is good if you want to test it out and stuff, I guess. Then you've got the next one I'll go over is the premium. Now with the basic, you don't get any land or what they call Linden homes or anything like that. That's one of the perks you get as a premium. Excuse me. And yes, I actually burped for once, Max. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that out there. He's always bugging me about that. So when you go premium, which is the cost of it, I believe, is $99 a month.
A year.
Or $99 for the year, and $12 for the month. Is that correct, Max?
Yeah, well, $11.99 a month.
Okay.
So yes, $12.
That's U.S. funds, not Linden's. That'd be the U.S. funds. So even if you're in Canada, Mexico, Europe, or anything, you pay all, and they convert it all over to U.S. funds to pay for the fee. Okay, I don't know why I need to tell you guys that, but I did. But as a sign-up bonus, one time, you get 1,000 lindens within 45. It's really tricky because they said as a sign-up bonus here, first-time subscription deposit after 45 consecutive days. That leaves a lot of gray area there. Now, is that 45 consecutive days of me being logged on, or since the day?
I think it's 45 days from the day you log on.
Okay. Or the day you start that account, premium account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes more sense. And then you get what I call a weekly allowance. They call a
stipend.
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 I call it an allowance.
It's basically an
you only
allowance.
You get 300 each week, which is always on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Tuesday, that is. Actually, Pacific Standard Time Tuesday. You do get chat support 7 days a week. Phone support, nada. They took that away from the premium.
Yep.
If you decide you need to change your name, it's now going to cost you $40 or $3.99 or $39.99, sorry, US to change it. You get one LAN experience, which we'll have to explain that another time. You get access to the premium-only sandbox areas and experiences. Again, that is a whole different episode. You get virtual gifts, which I've never gotten my virtual gifts as a premium. Have you guys?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. So that's not really a biggie thing anyways.
No.
You get priority entry into the busy regions. So basically, if there's a huge ass sale somewhere, I will get in before someone who has a basic account because I have a premium account. Group membership goes up from 42 to 70. Ooh, everybody's excited about that. And I get to miss 80 IMs before they cap it off on the premium account. And the cost for putting up events is still the same, is $50 for repeating events. The cost to create a group under premium is still $100. And then doing the uploads of textures, animation, sound is still 10 Lindens each. I get to have 2 Animish on because I'm premium. One day, Di will explain that to me. I've been in the game over 19 years. I still don't know what it is.
My ear, I'll just explain it right now. My ear is in my tail. For those of you who are listening, not looking at the pictures or anything, that like if we do this on YouTube, then she may put pictures of us sitting here talking. You'll see that I'm the anthro fox that's right there. My ears and my tail are both Animesh right now. So Animesh is a mesh form that has animations to it.
We get the voice morphing free, and our transaction history goes to 90 days. Isn't that exciting? Now, with the Premium Plus, you get double the amount of land as the Premium would get. So let me go back to that. The land they're talking about is, they classified it as 1024 square meters. So you would get double that. You would get 2048. Good thing I don't have to do math. It's all right here. The bonus sign up, if you one time only, for the Premium Plus is 3,000. Their weekly allowance is $650. To change your name is $15 US. LAN experience is 2 instead of 1. Remember, basic gets nothing. Let's see what else. Oh, the membership to groups, instead of 70, you go to 140. The caps on missed IMs go up to 160. You don't pay anything to create a group. No, you pay $10, sorry. You don't pay anything to upload any textures, animations, sounds, and then you get to have 2 Animish attachments, and the rest of it is the same as your premium. So that's the basic 3 type of memberships. Now there is exceptions, just like everything in life. So I'm going to hand that part over to Di. She's going to talk about the exceptions to these 3 memberships.
So yeah, the exceptions. So you got players like me and Brandy and Max have been in Second Life for quite a few years. Most of us, what, 15, 16, 17?
19.
19. You guys are 19. I'm 17. This year I'll be 17. Yeah, I got my driver's license last year.
Woohoo, you're legal to drive.
But we're what's called, because we all pretty much did premium soon as we signed up for the accounts. I know my first day I did premium, because one of the things they said, oh, you're getting 500, because I'm a grandfathered account. They were like, oh, you're getting 500 Lindens a week, and there's a $500 bonus. Well, the character that I wanted, so it was an anthropomorph. It was a anthro lioness, is what it was. That character was 500 Linden. And I was like, I'll sign up for premium, get that 500 Linden. Well, I've been premium since day one. And so we're what we call grandfathered accounts. If you're a basic account, so if you've been a basic account for a long time, you get a stipend of $50 a week as long as you at least log in once a week. So you get $50.
Created before a certain date, right?
Yes, it's created before. Oh, what year is it? Anything before, I think, 2006? I can't remember
Okay.
what month.
It says, well, it doesn't say anything about what date that do. Not in my notes. I don't have anything about that. Oh, so yeah, that would have been July 21st to 2006. So if you have a basic account that was created, then you get $50 or 50 Linden dollars a week.
Just for logging in
Just
that
for logging
week.
in that week. Yep, you get 50 Lindens. Sorry, I'm kind of bringing over these notes here.
And then if you go premium, you'll get 500 rather than the 300 if you have just a normal premium.
If you're from July 21st, yeah, if you're from July 21st. If you're between July 21st of 2006 and November 1st, you get 400 Lindens. Then anything after November 1st of 2006 is 300 Lindens a week. Yeah, it's as they went along with the premium account, they kind of lowered that number to down to 300. It's because that's what we call grandfathered accounts. I mean, we've been with the company for a long time. They weren't going to change that for us or anything like that.
Now they brought out, like you stated earlier, they brought out the Premium Plus, which a lot of us old fogies, I call us in the game, we were like, whoa, what about, they're getting $6.50 as the new weekly allowance. What about our 500? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they said something about that, didn't they?
We're going to keep our 500. We're going to keep our 500 because
Okay.
we were before the cutoff date there. I know I have an account that was premium at one time, was getting 400 Linden. Now she's getting 300 Linden because I brought her back up the premium because she was created after the November 1st, 2006 date.
Yeah, and so under the Premium Plus, a lot of the questions was for the grandfathered accounts is if we upped to the new Premium Plus and we wanted to go back down just to being a premium because the Premium Plus wasn't as high and mighty as it said it was going to be, we will not lose our 500 if we degrade back down to the premium because of our grandfather state. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Also,
I'm trying to sound smart.
Also, if we decide that we don't want premium anymore, we do keep our 50 a week, and then say a couple of months later, we want to go premium again, we will then get the 500.
Okay.
So it pays to be grandfathered, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We get to keep our benefits.
These older accounts, yeah. So, I guess we'll talk to Max here. So what's some of the differences here that we need to be thinking about? So let's say I want to go premium. Why should I go premium? Why shouldn't I?
Premium Plus.
Or Premium Plus, excuse me.
To go premium, you can get some decent benefits. If you don't want to fork out money for any land, you do get the 1024 square meter of land. You can get that on mainland rather than renting it from somebody else, and it won't cost anything. That is roughly $7 a month worth that you're not going to be paying for because it comes with the account. Plus, you get the 300 Lindens every Tuesday. And you get to get into, like Brandy was saying before, if there's a store that is having a big sale and you want to go to it and the sim is full, you're going to be able to get into the sim before a non-premium member will, because you are premium.
Because they're taking my money.
Yes.
So just real quick here, we refer to them as Sims. That is the square region and the map that we go to. That's what we call a sim. Linden Labs calls them regions, but we just slang it with that's one of our slang terms, just to kind of let everybody know
Yep.
what we're talking about.
Yep.
The Premium Plus, you're going to be paying a lot more because the Premium is only $99 a year, and that's the better deal rather than paying $12 a month. You're going to save. If you go Premium Plus, right now there's a sale for $249.99. The normal price is going to be $299. That is in U.S. currency. You'll get 650 lindens a week. That's about $4 worth of lindens every week. Your land gets doubled from 1,024 to 2,048, and that's about $13 a month of benefits that you're getting. That's included. But other than that, Premium Plus, I personally don't think it's worth it unless you are uploading a lot of textures. Like if you're making, 5 or 6 sets of clothing per day, or you're one of these bigger companies that make textures in-game where you're uploading like 100, 200 textures a day, then it might be worth it.
Let's say.
Yeah, that's something
I was going to say.
we'll cover under that.
Yeah.
Under the jobs and businesses area once we get to that. But
Yeah.
you were saying, Di?
Well, what I was saying, so if I was, let's say I decided I wanted to be a content creator and I wanted to design clothes in the game, Premium Plus may be worthy for me to do, right?
Once you get big enough, you can actually still design clothing and be a content designer with a basic account. You can also...
Yeah, but with a Premium Plus, okay, let me take an example. As I am a clothes designer, a Premium Plus account would be beneficial for me if I was uploading the textures that I'm putting on mesh clothing. I'd say at least 5 or 10 a week. It'd be more beneficial if I actually did it with a Premium Plus because then it's free.
Yep, the textures are...
Otherwise, I'm paying 10 lindens per upload.
Yes.
So that'd be 100 lindens, if my math is right.
Yes, 10 textures, 10 lindens is 100 lindens.
And
I'm glad your math works.
So I'm sitting here. I'm one of these people. I'm just a player, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of money shoving money into SL to buy lindens because the market fluctuates so much, and I kind of just play as I let the stipend come, and then I've got a job here, which we'll talk about that in another episode. But I've got a job here that I get tips for and everything. So for me, from my perspective, from what everything that Linden Labs is doing with this, it sounds tempting to do that. But for me, I don't see the need to go to Premium Plus. But that's something that the individual has to determine.
Right,
So
and even Premium, as you said, you have a job, so you don't even need a Premium account. You can stay basic, get a job, make a couple lindens on the side. So if you're short on cash, you don't even need to put money in the game.
But on the other side of that, it also depends on how many animesh she wants to wear, right? Like she stated earlier, her ears and her tail, I think is what she said, is animesh. So therefore, that is one of the bonuses of being a premium account.
Yeah, Premium and
But
Premium Plus.
I mean, if they doubled that for the Premium Plus, I'm sure she would have jumped on the Premium Plus then. But they didn't. They left it the same.
Now, I seriously doubt I would have, to be honest, because the animesh is not that big of a deal to me. It's just I have it and I take advantage of it because it lowers my my draw
Impact.
distance, my land impact. So every item that gets rendered in Second Life has an impact, and it affects that particular sim. And so the Animesh has a lower impact than, say, a bunch of prims that are all tied together or a flex prim or something like that. Animesh can hold its shape a lot better.
Also, the complexity of your actual character for people to see depends on their. Here we're going to get all techie talk, which is where Max is going to come back in a different episode and talk about how it hurts our not hurt, hinders, not hinder. What am I thinking about the video card, Max?
Yeah, it takes less.
It does something to the video card.
Well, it also it creates lag.
Yes.
Yes.
Lag.
Yes.
That's probably
that's one whole episode we have to do. Is just a whole episode on lag.
What can I do to help lag? Yeah, absolutely.
But as the only benefit I see, because I used to run a whole sim region and a dance club and a mall and all that stuff, is the side of benefits that most other accounts don't really think about because you don't really use it as much, is because I would be posting tons of stuff up on the event website. And I was creating tons of images to put out for advertising for events and stuff like that. So that would have benefited me a year ago.
Yes.
Plus, also then it would have helped with the groups because I would have been able to get into more groups to do more advertising and so on and so forth. But since I'm not doing that anymore, the basic premium works for me. It's because I'm not uploading that much imagery where it would hurt me to pay the 10 lindens per image. And also, I'm renting on a private island, so getting extra land for free doesn't really help me.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that 1024 or the 2048, that is Linden owned land.
Yeah, that's what we call main sim land. And that is like a great size piece of property to start out with. You will easily outgrow it, everybody does, but if you want something just to kind of get going, that's great, 1024.
Yeah, see, we have it, the 1024, because that was the big land. They didn't have a Premium Plus when we were going to buy land on the mainland. And the only reason we got it and bought just straight flat land, and now we're not talking the Linden Labs home, we went out and actually bought land, and we don't have to pay anything. That's $7, I believe Max said it was what the tier pay would be, because we're paying a premium account. We bought that just in case if we ever decided not to rent land on a private island or anything. It's just always we had a home base somewhere.
Right. The other thing that
right now, I think we turned it into a mall.
we have. Yes. The other thing that I'd like to add in there, and they don't mention it, is when you upload mesh into game, it's all the same whether you're on a basic account, a premium account, or a premium plus account, and depending on the complexity of the mesh you're uploading does determine on the cost. You get to
they totally dropped the ball in that creator part, didn't they?
They got a good start with textures. I think more people upload textures than they do mesh.
I remember back in the day and age, all that was free.
Yeah. Used to.
Oh, those were the days. Okay, I'm talking old again. But yeah, I think they've really dropped the ball in that part. I mean, it would have been better, personally, if they actually created an account for the creators. Those that do a lot of the mesh building and animation and stuff like that.
Yes.
I think that would have been better if they created a membership just for that. But who knows?
Yeah,
It
that
took them
would-
how long to get to here? 19 years?
Yeah. Well, and you can't forget too, back when we started in game, the 1024 piece of land had
It was 512. It was 512.
Okay, 512. Yes, it was 512, and then it went to 1024, and then it was a few years ago that the price on it went from $5 to $7, and then it was just a couple years after that that they also gave us, I think, double the amount of prims on it. No, it went up.
Yes.
It went up twice. So I think now,
No, a prim again is the amount of objects
that are dropped on the land.
So, for example,
That you've placed.
if I pop out a pop out a cube, that is 1 prim.
a whole prim.
It's a whole prim.
That's why you go to the prim rig and watch them come
Oh,
out.
that's another episode
creative.
too, by the way.
Oh yes, we keep jumping all over the place.
We've jumped
Anyways, we're jumpers.
because it's all
what we did.
interconnected.
Yeah, as more of the episodes come out, the more things will make more sense to people, and then we'll probably spend less time going, oh, but we said this, but maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll have to come up with new terms. They seem to be doing that.
yeah.
So that's the memberships for Second Life as of today, which is July 13th, 2022.
Oh, one more thing that they
Oh.
did not put in there. I forgot.
What was that?
As a basic member, you cannot own a Linden Lab SIN. Yeah.
You can't own land.
Well,
A Linden Lab House.
yeah,
You can't own a Linden Labs house as a basic member, no.
Yeah, you have to
right.
You can buy land, though, and then pay land tier.
Yes. But I'm talking an entire sim. I think as a basic member, you cannot own it through them. If you rent it from somebody else, I believe you can.
Yeah, 'cause it doesn't
And-
matter.
Right. And then when you become premium, then you can buy a whole sim.
Yeah, because I got caught in that loop a long time ago
Yes.
when I was buying up people's land around my little 512, and I just kept buying it, and all of a sudden they said, oh, you have to become a premium account to own any more. I think that's when I owned a sim and a half or something like that. But I was on the mainland. That's way back then. And then we're talking years ago. I think it was like 10 years ago.
At least.
That was back when the private islands weren't that popular because they were so expensive to get up and going. To get one of them going, which is, again, this is a whole topic, is a whole different thing. Is that was we're looking at $6,000-7,000 just to get your own island up and going. So
Yeah, at first it was.
that was back in the day. Because you're basically buying a whole computer to run your island on.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's a whole different topic. But yeah, with a basic account, you can own only up to so much, but then you pay what's called a tier form. Correct?
Yes.
And then a premium, you get just a premium account, and you get a 1024, which is I think it's only 300 prim drops now.
Yes. I believe so.
Is that the same over at the premium at the Linden Lab House, Di?
I want to say, yeah, it's right around, I want to say about 400.
Okay.
I think they get a little bit extra because there's already a house on it.
Oh yes. Yeah. See, we just have straight land. We've put everything on it. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of the Linden Lab houses. It's a nice little house. It's kind of small, but you got a choice of designs, and it's pretty nice. It's kind
And
of
you're in like a little neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So when you get into those premium plus, you basically could go into like
Mhm.
A gated community type thing, right?
right, and that's
Okay.
So what I do, I don't use it as my home. It is actually I have a group that I started, and this group, I've still got active members in it. Kind of provided a home for people when they first came in, and I still have that group, and I still have members that show up. So I use that Linden home as a place where people can say, "Hey, set this as your home. As long as you're a member of my group, then yeah, you can set it as home if you need to." And just kind of a place where we can meet and people can hang their hat.
And get to know everybody.
Yep.
So, I think that's all we have to talk about memberships for now. Is there anything else?
I
Nope.
don't.
So, just a little recap. We have the basic, which is great to start out and see what you want to do and check everything out. Because everybody loves free.
Yeah,
we have the premium.
Because basic's what you get when you first log in.
Well, actually, you get. Here's a little side note. To do a little research and all this stuff, I had to create a new account just to see what all the the memberships were.
Mhm.
Because they hide it from us, oldies. I don't know why, but anyways, when you actually have to choose which type of account when you create your new character. So I tell everybody just go basic first, just to get your feet wet and see things around, and then go do the yearly thing, because again, like Max said, it is a better financially. I finally convinced one of our friends to stop doing monthly, which she's been doing for the last 3 years. I said she paid more monthly. She could have had 5 years paid off instead of 3. So, if that makes any sense. We all know who that is. We're talking about her, and she doesn't know it. Oh, she knows it. So then you got the basic. I would say try that out first for a couple of months, then go premium. And premium plus, I think it's a consensus here, is a very rare circumstance of why you'd want to go that much higher for, we'll say, for $300, because it's only on sale right now because it just came out. Right?
Yes.
That's kind of what the census is here.
Yep.
The other.
And so don't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you pay the $11.99 per month, for a year, it's $143.88. Whereas if you pay for the whole year, it's $99. So basically, you're saving yourself $44 if you pay for the whole year in one go.
Hey, everybody likes to save money.
Exactly.
We'll definitely do a whole different episode of tongue-tied.
Linden's?
Of Linden's. I wanted to say Linden Labs. I'm sorry. Of the Lindens, well, because that's actually there's 2 different ways how you can buy it. It used to be tons of different ways, but they have only narrowed it down to 2 different ways to buy it now. One's like a market, like you're playing with the market, and the other one is you buy now and you could pay more, which is why the estimate costs that Max and Diveka were talking about are all estimates, because it does fluctuate quite a bit.
Yes.
But that's a different note. So don't forget to like us on Facebook. You can find us at Virtual Pixels Podcast all together on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. So subscribe, like, and I guess we'll see you all again soon. Thanks for hanging out with us, Max.
Yep, anytime.
Thank you, Max.
And I'll see you on the next podcast.
See you on the next podcast.
Wow, what a show that was, huh? Hey, thanks for listening to Virtual Pixel Podcast. Don't forget to follow us over on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll see you again around. Have fun, and thanks again for listening to Virtual Pixel Podcast.